Call Haloyim La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah, qadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, and bishops of Great Millstone, who teach them who rule well. And Shalawam, and Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barakatah, to all the sincere believers across the four corners of the earth. Stay strong, take it 1 second at a time, stay prayed up. I speak first and foremost for myself. This is just a quick impromptu to let you know that, even though I make these videos and, you see things online showing that Esau is viler than the earth, keep in mind that they're in control of distribution of food, clothing, beverages, water. They run our HVAC systems and all this great stuff. Pretty much everything that we need, man. So this is just a testament showing that the Lord is showing us how much we need them because of what times we're living in. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
So come on then, Mick. How on earth do you grow human meat?
I want to introduce you to our nutrient vat.
Hello, nutrient vat, Greg Wise, telepresenter, and your job is?
Well, what its job is, it processes thin slices of tissue in a nutrient-rich mix, which you see here, and then cells start to grow. So over a 24-hour period, these will slowly fuse together into one great big, what we call a cake.
So you're telling me that is human flesh?
Exactly.
But why human meat? Why not animal meat?
That's a very good question. We've got centuries of knowledge of human medicine at our side.
He said we have centuries of human knowledge at our side, so they've been cannibals. So when you see movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like the original one that came out in 1973, and you got Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 that came out in the 80s. That one specifically, if you got some time, you watch that one because they show how they take their victims and they cut them up with chain. They kill them when they find them out there in the middle of Texas, in the middle of nowhere, and they cut them up and kill them, and then they cook them. Because in part 2, spoiler alert, the one that came out in the 80s, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, dude won a chili cook-off contest. For having the best chili in town but it was human meat he was eating. I'm just saying. It's just a movie though. It's not real. You understand?
Know more about humans than we do about animals. So
listen.
So come on then, Mick. How on earth do you grow human meat?
I want to introduce you to our nutrient vat.
Hello, nutrient vat, Greg Wise, telepresenter, and your job is?
Well, what its job is, it processes thin slices of tissue in a nutrient-rich mix, which you see here, and then cells start to grow. So over a 24-hour period, these will slowly fuse together into one great big, what we call a cake.
So you're telling me that is human flesh?
Exactly.
But why human meat? Why not animal meat?
That's a very good question. We've got centuries of knowledge of human medicine at our side. We know more about humans than we do about animals. So we've mastered engineering human cells to make these structured flavours and sinews that we expect from the flavours of steaks we eat.
That's right, a protein made from human cells that promises to be cheaper and tastier than any of its competitors. I'm Greg Wallace, and I'm off to visit Good Harvest, where a whopping 6 tons of human meat is engineered every day. That is...
Look at it, and they're openly, the dude is happy and hype, and they have video footage of them growing human meat from someone that they probably killed or put them on the dirt, and now they're openly selling it for mass production. So who knows how long that this has been happening? We're talking decades for all we know, man. That's why the scriptures say that he is viler than the earth, man. He's got all manner of, God damn it, man, in the fuel, if you know what I mean. He's got all manner of goddamn it of abominable in the fuel, for the cars, for the vessels. You understand?
With the promise of cheap meat for all, it may well be the meaty miracle we need to ease the squeeze of the cost. So come on then, Mick. I couldn't wait to see the mysteries that lay inside. How do you solve the cost of living crisis with engineered human meat? It sounds like magic. And this is where the magic happens. The Good Harvest process
We need the Lord.
has been up and running for over 8 months. It contains both industrial and clinical operations on a site the size of 4 football pitches. Hey, you Mick.
I certainly am pleased to meet you, Greg.
Very good to meet you. I'm here to learn.
Right, come this way and I'll show you how it all works.
I want to see everything.
Oh, you will.
Mick Ross oversees the production line and is in charge of over 60 full-time staff who engineer roughly 50,000 steaks every day. So,
They got the music playing, like that kind of music that gives off like that triumphant, happy, glorious frequency, you know, while showing this kind of material. You know, that's the kind of stuff you do. That's the kind of music that you play when you're having a baby or something, when your bitch is in order, you know, not for something like this, man.
come on then, Mick. How on earth do you grow human meat?
I want to introduce you to our nutrient vat.
Hello, Nutrient Vat, Greg Wise, study presenter, and your job is?
Well, what its job is, it processes thin slices of tissue in a nutrient-rich mix, which you see here, and then cells start to grow. So over a 24-hour period, these will slowly fuse together into one great big, what we call a cake.
So you're telling me that is human flesh?
Exactly.
But why human meat? Why not animal meat?
That's a very good question. We've got centuries of knowledge of human medicine at our side. We know more about humans than we do about animals. So we've master engineering human cells to make these structured flavours and sinews that we expect from the flavours of steaks we eat.
That's right, a protein made from human cells that promises to be cheaper and tastier than any of its competitors. I'm Greg Wise, and I'm off to visit Good Harvest, where a whopping 6 tons of human meat is engineered every day. That is stunning. With the promise of cheap meat for all, it may well be the meaty miracle we need to ease the squeeze of the cost of. Michelle had cooked up a human meat feast of 3 succulent steaks. Now the taste test could begin. Whoa, beautifully cooked, of course, nicely presented. Shall we both try this one first? Okay, right, let's go.
Man,
These engineered steaks are grown from the cells of human donors who are paid for their flesh. But can we guess which sort of person each steak has been grown from?
Yeah, you've got to chew this one. I mean, this is really.
This steak is actually one of the cheaper ones in the range.
If it was 100% pure beef, I'd say that this was an animal that's got a certain age and make.
remember in Genesis chapter 25, Sheba. You see this shit? You know, it's like for Esau traded his birthright for some meat, for like some raw uncooked meat, for like some lentils and meat. You see what I'm saying? It's one for like.
He may be a little bit stressed as well. It's quite strong flavour.
Well, I've actually got some tasting notes here. So look, these Good Harvest steaks have been cultivated from Alison, 45 years old, NHS nurse and part-time delivery driver. So very active, 2 jobs, which probably explains why the meat's a little stringy.
45 is not old, but it's not veal or a young cat.
And these are people, there's a scripture roughly paraphrasing that says, woe unto them that write unrighteous decrees. You know, they're saying that, you know, they're writing laws now saying that it's okay to do this. That's why it's on camera. These guys have not been arrested. That facility that produces this stuff has not been closed the fuck down.
Oh, where's it work?
Master taster Michelle hadn't quite nailed the provenance. But what about steak B?
That looks nice.
There's almost a sweetness to this.
It's tender, fattier, really tender.
I've got the tasting notes on this one as well. These Good Harvest steaks have been cultivated from Guy, 39 years old, was working in social services, now redundant. And I think this means that he's not moving around, is he? He's doing a lot of sofa sitting and telly watching, which has made him more relaxed, plumper. It's not good for Guy, I suppose, to be redundant like that, but it's great for us.
It's good eating.
I don't think this is about where in the country they come from. I think it's about the lifestyle. There was one final steak to try. It's part of a new range from Good Harvest that's being kept secret until its launch. We've been given a sneak peek to try and guess the donor. It's still going through FSA trials, so they can't tell us exactly what it is. But I really want to give it a go if you are up for it.
Yeah, I'm up for it. It looks great.
Come on. Right. Like a knife through butter, that is. That hardly needs chewing.
That is unreal.
It is proper melt in the mouth quality. I'm quite amazed by that. And that is a third of the price of an average ribeye.
And you just saw right there, it was barely even cooked. It was still red in the middle. So it's like, my boy.
Whoa. The donor must be someone pretty special, I think.
That is the kind of meat that I would serve here.
Oh, fucking right. So, this here is the Lord's Prayer. Okay. And the Elder Malcolm from Chicago did a video either yesterday, June 30th, or yesterday, June 30th, on what they be doing to since they've been doing the deportations and grabbing people and and deporting them in those cargo airplanes. They're finding dead bodies washing up on shores, around Spain and the Mediterranean Sea. 5 bodies at a time with, shackled hands or wrists and feet, wrists and ankles. So, those big cargo ships, big cargo airplanes, they can open up that back door, mid-flight. And they're throwing Jake off, the Northern Kingdom people. They're throwing them off them planes. And they're doing it all over the world. And, I take it they're flying to Spain and dumping those guys off mid-air on the way to Spain. And then grabbing the Israelites from Spain and then throwing their asses off Salakia. Because they're child people, God. But they're throwing them off them planes, too, on the way back here to Babylon. So it's pretty fucked up. This here is a full spectrum prayer. Remember, like I always said, you see the words right there, just in case you didn't know. That's it, I got the tape on there to hold them up. But that's a full spectrum prayer because we're going to need the Lord. They got videos on TikTok, too, and I'm now trying to go for the Southern Kingdom. They try to go to detain some Levites, so-called Haitians, down in a Haiti neighborhood. Look like it's probably down there in Florida because the Levites are real deep down there. And, man, they beat the brakes off them ICE officers. But, the ICE officers will go back, regroup, regenerate, and come back, and they're going to have way more artillery with them. But we need the Lord in this time. Just take it 1 second at a time. I know, speaking first and foremost for myself, I'm in the flesh. So, sometimes I might get, there's moments where, the spirit of fear tries to creep in, and I just pray it out. Remember, I showed you that video yesterday from the elder over in Dallas, Remnant Saved 144 Ba, where he talked about the spirit of the Most High cast out the spirit of fear. It's a great video. It lasts about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Dope, deep video, okay? So I just want to do a quick video to show that the scripture that says we shall eat our bread defiled among the Gentiles, okay? Now, I didn't say the specifics, but, I just wanted to show you this video. You understand? Because like the elder bishop said, his channel is Disappoint the Wicked. They can say it, but we can't say it. So, like I said, I just play videos, okay? Because the Most High is causing their own tongue to fall upon themselves. If you Google that scripture right there, those words, he shall cause their own tongue to fall upon themselves. It's in the telling on itself. So we need the Lord, So until the next time I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rawchaa, qadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well. And also, Salaki. Let me give you a list of the channels that I watch of my elders. So if you got any questions about anything, our elders, they cover things in both the Old Testament, New Testament, and the Apocrypha. They take past and current events and they filter it through the scriptures. So let me just give you a quick rundown of their video, of their channels. Salakia. All right, this is the brother I was talking about earlier, Disappoint the Wicked. They had that video entitled They Can Say It, But We Can't. It's a great how-to video. It's very informative. This is Elder Apostle Tahar. What is it, 666? Mark, GMS Truth, 2. It's Elder Apostle Ramlab. This is Elder Apostle Kabar. This is Elder Yashawamba. This is the elders that do their thing, Lord willing, every Saturday. This is the elder. He does his videos when he can, and they like to go out on Saturdays too and put us on game through the Spirit. This is the elders, Elder Apostle Kabar and Elder Bishop Sakaran. They do their thing on Tuesdays, Lord willing. These are the elders from New York. Elder Apostle Recall. This is the elder brother I told you about a couple minutes ago about. This is the elder from Dallas talking about the You know, the spirit of the Most High will cast out the spirit of fear, especially coming in these times, because, you know, our flesh is flesh. So, you know, it'll kind of, you know, fight against the spirit, you know, like, oh, I don't, you know, it's a battle. It's a constant battle between the spirit and our spirit and this flesh. This is our elder bishop up north. This is another one of our elder bishops. GMS Beatitudes, another one of our elder bishops. 51st and 7 Bas and some more of our elders and up and coming elders. This one is, to finish this off, this is GMS NYC Camp, the Household of Faith. This, Salaki, let me let it focus. This one is Elder Malcolm's page, Salaki. Critical Race Historical Facts. This is a up and coming elder brother, GMS Watchman, Elder Apostle Malcolm. There's some elders up north of Boston, GMS Boston on the streets. And, you know, not to take away anything from the rest of these pages, because all these brothers, they're in the spirit and they're dropping, you know, knowledge and stuff that we need. But I'm going to go ahead and just scroll through them so you can freeze frame them. You know, if you guys are in the, you know, some of these camps might be in your local area and you might be able to check them out. They're apt to do, you know, they're following, you know, basic guidelines from the elders where they go out on Saturdays. You know, these brothers are all up and down Babylon, you know, different states and stuff. So you can check them out. You know, check out the videos. You got South Carolina right there. That's the elder Manata Zakba. Ignore the Sonic Fox. That's carnal stuff. Ignore Magic Beats. That's carnal stuff. This brother here, GMS Awakening 144, is a brother up north from New York. You know, VA Warriors. That's brothers in Virginia. So anybody's in Virginia, you know, you can you know, write to them and possibly link up if you're interested. You got Buffalo, you know, Des Moines, Iowa, okay? In case you want to, you know, link up with them and, you know, talk to them and just try to, you know, in the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua, you know, you want to be edified and learn more things. So you got brothers in North Carolina. You got brothers in the UK. See brothers in Virginia. You got brothers, I don't know their brothers. You got brothers in Hawaii. It's the elder Gabar Yahawada. Virginia, you see. This guy right here, Mark Hamilton, he's a POS. I did a video on him, but my damn channel, they keep throwing strikes on my channel. But you can, if you watch and listen to some of the videos that he's saying, you hear some of it's cuckoo. It's like, how you, I mean, just listen. So you got brothers in London. You got Vegas right there, Las Vegas sit downs. You know, you never know. You see, you got Chicago right here, and Elder Malcolm was in Chicago. You know, you got brothers all up and down Babylon. So you got Arkansas, you got Toronto. Look at there. You got people everywhere, all up and down Babylon. The spirit is really, the Most High said he was going to pour his spirit upon all flesh. And he's really cascaded spirit around the, you know, the hopeful elect. Because some of them are prophets from days old. Ignore Magic Beats. That's just carnal stuff. You got Saints of Jersey. That's New Jersey. Brothers up there in Jersey. You got Dallas, Texas. Chicago. You got Cleveland. So you got Kansas City. You got 2 Kansas Cities down yonder. That was one of my pages. That's one of my Yadana Judah. But they put a strike on it, I think. So I can't do no videos for now. The last 4 videos I tried, they won't allow me to watch them. So, you know, like I said, I mainly look at the first 10 of them, 10 channels I showed you. Not to take away nothing for the rest of them. That's why I scrolled down, just in case if they're in a city near you and you got questions, and the Most High is, you know, tapping your pineal gland, waking you up and filling your mind with curiosity and questions. Well, then these are the guys you want to, you know, look into. There's so many more channels too that I have not subscribed to, but man, it's getting ready to blow out here, because, you know, the Most High always send his prophets right before he has some shit go down. Okay, it was always like that, and this time is no different. Remember, there's one scripture that says there is no new thing under the sun. You know, so once again, giving all praises and honor and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahushua Bahashem, Wakar Qadash. And like the Elder Malcolm always says in the spirit, Kwam Yasharala and Abad Babal. Stay strong. And like Elder Apostle recall, it says, keep your medicine strong, meaning, you know, stay prayed up to the Most High, because we're going to need them in this time. All right. Oh, and there's also, what was it? The second Maccabees. Hold on. So now. Yeah, if you read the story of the brother from Dallas, the one I showed you earlier, he did a video, you know, talking about the fear of the Most High. The spirit of the Most High will cast out the spirit of fear. If you read that book, Second Maccabees, chapter 7, it'll show you the faith that that woman, that family had with those 7, with that mother, Israelite mother, and her 7 sons, and how they feared the Lord as opposed to fearing, you know, the flesh. The scriptures say, you know, fear not, roughly paraphrasing, fear not the one who can kill the body, but fear the one who can kill both the body and spirit in hell. And that's the Most High, because he's the Father of spirits. He can not only kill the body, he can cast the spirit into hell. He can put you in a body where you crippled, you know, but your mind works fine, but you're a vegetable. You can't talk, you know, all, you know. So the fear of the Lord is the beginning of his wisdom. It's the beginning of wisdom. So like I said, please, you know, if you guys are in the spirit and you need motivation, you need some answers, and you need guidance, I highly recommend going to these channels. Like I said, beginning with these top 10, those are the ones I frequent the most, because I can only watch so many videos and go to so many channels in one day, you know. But this thing is heating up, so we need to stay prayed up, because this is that time. This time requires it. All right. So Kwam Yasharala, Abba Babal, Shalawam.